Good morning, everybody. This is Rajashekhar Vanakeri, trained graduate teacher from Vidyamandir CBSE School of Kalburgi district. Today, I am going to present a seminar on topic Foundational Literacy and Numeracy. Let me share the screen. So, Foundational Literacy and Numeracy. Contents, Introduction, Understanding FLN, Need of FLN means why do we need foundational literacy and numeracy, foundational language and literacy skills, foundational numeracy and mathematics skills, role of a teacher, parental and community engagement, conclusion. So let me go through first slide. See, the National Education Policy 2020 is giving more importance for achieving foundational literacy and numeracy among all children by 2026-27 for the students of the age 3 to 9 years old. So foundational literacy skills like reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills we need to inculcate in the students by class 3, and also basic numeracy skills like um, concept of numbers, then operations on numbers like addition, subtraction, basic multiplication, basic division, word problems. So all these things we need to inculcate in the students of class up to by class 3 standard. So according to annual status of education report 2018, 72.8% children cannot read a simple class 2 level text. Even 71.9% children cannot do a basic subtraction problem by class 3. Okay, so the central government, by seeing this scientific reason, this survey, this report, and even other various reports, in NEP, it has focused more on foundational literacy and numeracy skills because 72.8% of children they cannot read a class 2 level text. Even 71.9% of children they cannot do a simple basic subtraction problem. So if this kind of situation is there, then these children face a lot of problem in their higher studies and they cannot do very well. So understanding FLN. So what is FLN? FLN refers to a child's ability to read simple sentences with meaning and solve basic math problems by the end of class 3. So what is FLN? FLN nothing but ability of a child to read simple sentences. Not only reading, but also child has to understand the meaning of their sentence, and also the child has to solve some basic mathematics problems by the end of class 3, or in case at least by the end of class 5. Then again, the child has to develop critical gateway, means FLN is nothing but it is a critical gateway skills because foundational literacy skills and numeracy skills, these behave like gateway skills because those skills help you to achieve more in higher classes, and also to compete various entrance examinations, competitive examinations, and even to understand the higher class concepts. The next, FLN helps to acquire 21st century skills. We have the Ministry of Education has given some of the skills as 21st century skills. Among those 21st century skills, critical thinking skills, communication skills, collaboration skills, creativity skills, cultural awareness, digital literacy, autonomy, these are the major 21st century skills. So a child need to develop these 21st century skills. To develop these 21st century skills, we need foundational literacy and numeracy skills. Then expected learn to read first, then read to learn next. So first we are expecting uh, to learn to read. So first child has to learn for reading. So once the child has learned for reading, then it has to read various concepts for learning. So need of FLN. So why do we need FLN? Low learning levels. As a children, uh, they are lagging behind in literacy skills and numeracy skills. So their learning level becomes low when they go to higher classes. Then increased dropout rate. So when they don't have uh, literacy skills and numeracy skills, they don't have interest in learning higher classes, and students drop out from the school. The next, inappropriate language and mathematical skills. So we have seen so many reports, so many surveys. So there, children don't have appropriate language skills and mathematics skills. So that's why now we need FLN, it is foundational literacy and numeracy skills, to uh, come out from these low learning levels, increase the dropout rate, and inappropriate language and numeracy skills. Then, so fundamental language and literacy skills. So here are some of the components. First one, oral language development. You know, in nowadays, in even in personal and professional communication, we communicate orally with our colleagues, with our managers, with our boss, with our principal. Okay, so there we need to communicate well. The next we have phonological awareness. So that is nothing but phonetics. Means we have to recognize words, and we have to uh, stress, syllables. Okay. So for some words we have to give more stress for first part. For some words we have to give more stress for second part. When we should know how to break the word, how to combine the words. So all these things we need to know. Then vocabulary. So we should have vocabulary group of words with their meanings, so that we use those words in our communication, in our language. Then reading comprehension, reading comprehension, just we are giving you a text for reading purpose, and child has to understand the meaning of that text, and even child has to analyze the complete text. Okay. The next, reading fluency. So reading fluency is very much important. Then listening and speaking skills. Then writing for various purposes. Even in our professional communication, uh, we follow written communication. So writing skills are very important for sending emails, for preparing a report, uh, for presenting a seminar, for making presentation, all these things. The next we have numeracy and mathematics skills. So we should have pre-number concepts, and we should know numbers and operations on numbers. Then we should know measurement. Okay, how to measure length, breadth, width, all those things. Then shapes and spatial understanding. So we should know about the shapes, some basic shapes, and those shapes we need to um, understand, and also we need to understand the position of the objects. Okay, so we need to understand whether the object is top of that object, okay, or behind, beside, like this. Child has to understand the position of particular object, then patterns. So already you know in mathematics we have patterns. So child has to understand by observing the sequence of 3 to 4 sentences. Child has to understand the patterns. Then next we have a role of a teacher. So first one, encourage children to talk. So teacher has to encourage the children to talk by asking few questions. Means teacher has to encourage children to tell answers or to ask any doubts, to ask any questions. Then the teacher has to create an engaging learning environment. So teacher has to provide such an environment where a child has to feel learning, then teaching through experiential pedagogy. So this is a separate topic in NEP. So the hands-on activity should be there for teaching a particular lesson. And again, a teacher has to support struggling learners, slow learners. So teacher has to support slow learners to come up. Okay. Then continuous assessment. So a teacher cannot assess a child yearly once or twice. So a teacher has to assess a child continuously. Okay. So because we can't assess a child in those 2 hours of examination, so a teacher has to take care. Teacher has to assess a child continuously. Okay, in a regular classes, in a regular unit tests, teacher has to assess. Then next we have parental and community engagement. So here to develop foundational literacy and numeracy skills, uh, parents and community support is needed. So aware of learning levels of children. So parents has to know what is the level of children, learning level of children. But nowadays parents are not taking care of learning level of children, but they are only focusing on marks. So many private schools they are giving marks simply. So uh, there we should not know, should not come to know the level of children. So teacher, parents has to know the learning level of children. Again, they have to provide some learning support to children. Then even we have to organize some community awareness mela. So there we have to give awareness to the people how to treat a child, how to support a child, how to develop all these skills. Then easy to do fun-based activities and worksheets. So here, even teachers and the parents they have to give some activities which are easy and they should be fun-based. Means a child should not feel difficulty. Okay, he or she has to feel happy for performing all those activities, and along with that, he or she has to learn something. Then community level support by school management committees, school develop SDMCs. Okay. So from there also we need support. Then so with the spotlight in the national education narrative turning to FLN skills, it is only a matter of time before all states in the country realign their priorities towards achieving foundational literacy and numeracy. You know, Ministry of Education has started a mission called NIPUN, National Initiative, okay, National um, Initiative for Proficiency in Reading with Understanding and Numeracy. So this mission started by Ministry of Education. So that mission focuses more on foundational literacy and numeracy skills. Even all the states in the country have to give more priority towards achieving foundational literacy and numeracy skills. So this completes my seminar on foundational literacy and numeracy skills. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for giving your valuable time, and even thank you for giving me an opportunity to explain you briefly on foundational literacy and numeracy. Thank you, one and all.